Hello, children. A blessed morning to all of you, and welcome to our online class. Today, we will discuss the following topics: definition of agriculture, step of agriculture, step forming, crops, rabi crops, kharif crops, assignment question. Hello, children. Have you done your breakfast? What you have taken in your breakfast? From where you got it? When you search about these questions, you comes to know farmer provide these things to you. This process by which farmer grown food for you is called agriculture. So you can define the agriculture as the practice of growing plants on a large scale for food or other purpose. Actually, agriculture is not a single activity but combination of several activities. These activities are called step of agriculture. These are plowing, manuring, sowing, irrigation, spraying of pesticides and insecticide, and the last one, harvesting and storing the crops. The first activity in agriculture is breaking or loosening soil. This can be done by using the tools like spade, driven by a human, plow, driven by bullock, or tractor driven cultivator or rotavator. So, in this way, the soil loosen and the plants grow in this easily. Thus, you can define the plowing as the process of loosening and turning of soil. Plants need nutrients to grow which they get from soil. But continued consumption of nutrient from the soil make it barren and it is not good for agriculture. So we add nutrient in the soil by using organic matters called manure or chemicals called fertilizer. The different chemicals provide the different nutrients to the soil and improve the soil fertility. This process of adding nutrients in the soil by using organic matters or chemical fertilizers is called manuring. We already discussed that seed grow into plant when placed in a soil. So we have to place the seeds in the soil at suitable distance to avoid overcrowding. This activity is called sowing, or you can define the sowing as the process of placing the seeds in the soil at the suitable distance. Plants need water to prepare their foods and the other activities. So we have to provide the water to the plants at a regular interval. This process is called irrigation. The primary source of irrigation is the rain, but in the absence of rain, we have to provide the water to the field or to the plants through the other way like well and machines like pumping set. Plants need protection from insect, pest and other animal. Farmer sprayed chemical to control the damage to the plant by insect and pest. These chemicals are called insecticides and pesticides. Crops also need protection from weeds. Weeds are unwanted plant grown with crops. Weeds can be removed manually or using chemical called weedicide. This activity is called weeding. Now next and the last step of agriculture is harvesting and storage. Harvesting is actually the cutting of matured and well grown crops. This can be done manually or by machines. His next topic is stayforming. This is a type of farming which actually practiced by the people living in a hilly areas. There is no plain field to grow the crops, so the people make steps on the mountains and grow the crops there. This process of growing the crops is known as step forming or terrace farming. Next question that comes in my mind is, what is crop, or how you can define the crops? You can see the same variety of plants grown in a large scale or in a large field at a particular area. So this growing plants at a large quantity in a particular area is called crop. Now, division of crops. Crops can be divided into two groups on the basis of the season they grown. The two major group of crops or major types of crops are Rabi crops and Kharif crops. The Rabi crops are the crops grown in the winter season from November to April. The example of the Rabi crops are maize, wheat, peas, etc. The Kharif crop are the crops grown in a summer season from June to October. These crops are mainly grown in a monsoon season as they need the more water. For example, rice. Now, technique for good crops. Farmers must take some precautionary measures to grow the good crops and increase their productivity. Some precautionary measures are: seed must be healthy and ripe, seed must be sown in the right type of soil, crops should be protected from insect and pest by using the insecticide and pesticides, weeding and harvesting the crops properly and storing it properly to avoid being the split by moistures or animals. I hope all of you understood these topics, and now this is the time for assignment. You have to write the answer of these questions in your rough copy. The first question: define agriculture and crops. Second question: list the different stages of agriculture. Question third: what is step farming? Question 4: write differences between Rabi and Kharif crops with examples. We have successfully completed the first chapter. The exercise of this chapter I will give you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.